Good morning. Welcome to Morning Brew with, yes, it's your girl Germaine. And we are back in this Black History Month, just spreading some love and highlighting some powerful voices. And so it's good to be back. Top of the week. What are you guys drinking? Today I have my cappuccino, but it is still hazelnut cappuccino. So, hey. And also, if you are chiming in, and if this is your first time chiming into Morning Brew because, it may popped up on your feed or you've, just seen maybe some clips about it and you wanted to just jump in on the conversation, then you know what? You are welcome. So stop on in. So I see my sister chiming in over on Instagram. Phoenicia Staples 48 has joined. Thank you, girl. And so, but hey, let us know where you're chiming in from. What part of the country are you chiming in from? All right. Don't be a stranger. This is family. It's community. We're building here together. All right. So give me a second. Okay. So if you're chiming in, like I said, this is your first time, or if you're someone that you're familiar with Morning Brew and you're coming back because, maybe something is resonating with you, well, then I definitely appreciate that. And I was in the process of shutting my phone off when we started going live. So you know what? It's off right now. Okay. But today's going to be a really good Morning Brew conversation because what we're doing is, that, well, maybe you don't know, but this platform is about really exposing, sharing the power of one's story, helping to equip those that are chiming in for conversation. It's really about focused on you. It is. When I think about it, the power of one story, we all have one. And so we're getting ready to open up some free classes for you to really see how one story, your one story, can become multiple pathways to revenue streams, currency. However, well, you may not even see your story as that powerful, but it is. And it's not always about finances. It's not always about money, because sometimes our stories can shape literally other lives, our lived experiences. So today, our morning brew topic is the power of one story. And I'm going to be sharing in this Black History Month. So I'm going to profile one of my authors this month that actually I'm going to profile her today, and I'm going to need all of your support to help vote for her to be author of the year. I am super excited for her. I am. We're going to get more into it, but let me start getting into our morning brew. Okay. And we also are streaming over on our school community. For those, let me just pull this up. If you have not joined the school community, you can see us even in our school community now. Okay. And so I hope you have the opportunity to stop by. Let me put it up on the screen because I want you to be a part of it. I want you to be a part of it. It is flowing on the bottom of our screen, our school, SKOOL.com/morning brew with Germaine. It's the extended conversation. It's where we go behind the scenes after this conversation. It picks up over there in the community. You can meet some great people. You can interact with some great people that may be impactful of helping your story move out into the marketplace. So, but you got to join. You got to join. Okay. All right. And so, but let me get back to our conversation in regards to the power of one story. Okay. Let's talk about it. Your story is not random. It's not. It is raw material for impact. And you know what? A lot of times people they could make you feel like your story doesn't matter, it doesn't mean anything, nobody wants to hear it. I want to reassure you, your story has power. It does. Everybody's story does not look the same. It's not going to look the same. We travel different journeys. We intake, the way we even see things and take things in, it may be the same thing we're looking at, but we may have a different view of it, right? So our stories are unique for us. Keep that in mind. And don't ever let anybody tell you that it has no power. You never know who's waiting to hear your story. All right, guys, so let's move forward. All right, so many people, I do realize that so many people are sitting on stories because they think they need more. Hmm, what might that more be? Sometimes people think they need more followers, more validation, more credentials, but movements are not built on more. They're built on just getting in alignment with oneself. Get in alignment with oneself. You know what? Sometimes we have to take our eyes off of looking at someone else's story because if you're not careful, you'll find yourself shaping your whole life around what someone else is doing and trying to get their story. It will never work for you. Never. It's not authentic because it's not yours. So I just want you to start thinking about your story, the impact of your story. I want you to start just journeying back through your life. What are some of those experiences that you've encountered in your own life? How were you shaped from that? What did you learn from that? Who was able to see what your experience were and then it helped them in their own personal journey? So the focus is let's turn it back on you for your story, okay? So in this season, as we are building our HOV ecosystem, and HOV stands for Hope of Vision, Hope of Vision. And so as we're building our HOV, Hope of Vision ecosystem, we're not chasing volume at all. It's not about that for us. We are building value, and value starts with one intentional story. And so, as we're building our ecosystem, we're inviting all you to come in so you can see the greatness in your story, the genius in your story, the power in your story. And how would it look if I really focused on my story? How would it show up in the world? But I want you to take a moment and I want you to let me put this on the screen, okay? Because I really want you to stop by our school community. It's important. And the reason I say it's important, I just put it up on the screen, is because in this community, you can't get what we're bringing forth in the community here on Morning Brew Live Monday through Friday because it's more intimate over there. This is pretty much the porch. This is our porch that when you go into our school community morning brew, it's going to open up and give you access into our HOV ecosystem, our Hope of Vision ecosystem. That includes our publishing, it includes our academy. So there's learning that you can get to be able to help empower your story, and not just your story. We are there we are there to help build IP, intellectual property, help build your library, help you to see the things that can come out of your story. It is so much bigger than just your story. But you got to be a part of it. So I'm going to leave that up to you if you decide you want to stop by, and become a part of it, okay? It's free for anybody to come in and join. All right, so let's continue on. Now, I want to specifically highlight one of my Hope of Vision Publishing, my HOVP authors, and I'm going to put her book on the screen. But I'm going to put her up on the screen, Shanita Bolton. I'm going to put her up on the screen because I am so proud of her. And I am asking everyone out there to be able to vote for her. And the reason is because she's already, you know, won an award with the International Impact. But she has been nominated to become the author of the year. HOV Publishing. Yes, this is her book, and I am so excited of it about it. Unveiled, overcoming trauma to walk in your divine purpose. And she has over 40 authors, 40 women that have really poured out their soul to share their story in this book. It is absolutely a must read. She deserves to be author of the year for International Impact Author of the Year. And so I'm going to put here, because I'm going to put it in a thread. I really want everyone a part of HOV Publishing, a part of Morning Brew with Germaine. I really want you to click that link, and I really want you to just take a few moments and go and um, nominate her to become the author of the year for the International Impact Author of the Year Award. When I say she is so deserving of it, this book is life changing, and you see the journey of so many others that have come through that are now becoming champions of their story. It was not easy what they had to endure and went through, but they are being a voice to share those stories, share those moments, because they realize there's so many others out there that may need to hear their story and how they too can have hope to make it through whatever it is they may be dealing with. So I encourage you all to please take a moment out of your busy day and just give thought to Shanita Bolton to be able to go and nominate her. And like I said, inside of, let me put it over on Amazon. I'm sorry, let me put the link in. Let me see if I could do this, because I want to put it over on Instagram too. But it is going to show up in the comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. But let me see. Hold on. That's it on the screen, but I don't think you can click it from the screen, right? But let me, okay. I am going to put what I have in the comments for Instagram. Let's see. Okay, I don't even know if it's, hold on. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's like a moment of silence, right? As I'm trying to share this over in my Instagram. Let's see. Hopefully it'll go through. And if not, definitely you could pull her up on Facebook to Shanita Bolton, and you can join from there. But yes. So wait, let me see updates. Yes, yes, thank you, Miss Gwen, Pastor Gwen Mentor. She said already voted last week. Yes, we definitely want to highlight Miss Shanita Bolton, an HOV publishing author. I am super proud of her. She is a best-selling author, and she deserves this. She does, because what she has been able to create with pulling together voices that may have been lost, that may have been forgotten. She have been able to really revive them and give them life and give them a safe space to be able to share their stories so others can be blessed by it. She deserves to be the International Impact Author Award recipient, award winner of the year. So let's help make that possible. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And let's continue forward. Let's continue forward. So right now, let's take some time and let's pour a little bit into purpose. Okay. Because right now, let me remove that. Okay. Let's pour a little bit into purpose, because right now, this morning brew is all about the power of one story. And there's so many other stories coming through HOV Publishing. I already see them as being bestsellers. And as I just mentioned, Miss Gwen, Pastor Gwen Mentor, my sister, yes, hers is coming. Oh my gosh, you know what? Let me do this. I'm going to share a link. Yep. And we're going to talk about her. I'm going to share a link because her pre-sale campaign is like just moving books out of here. I mean, people are really gravitating about her story. So give me a second because she's here. Yep. I'm going to blow her spot up just a little. I am. I am. I'm going to blow her spot up just a little. And I'm going to share the link in. Um, I'm going to share it here so you can go and you can also get your copy. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to give you a sneak peek real quick. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to give you a sneak peek real quick and I'm going to share it on our screen. So let me pull this down for a second before we go into our segment for Pour Into Purpose. Yep, I just want to pour out some love. I just want to give some love to our authors out there that work so hard on their books, writing their stories. I just really want to give some love. So give me a second because what I am getting ready to do is I'm going to share this incredible new book that's coming from Pastor Gwen Mentor. Here we go. Here we go. It's coming up on the screen right now. Gwenola Trunk Tales, the beginning of legacy. Okay, I'm going to share the link right now because this book is available for pre-sale. This will be another HOV Publishing best-selling book. I am calling it into existence. I am believing God for it, and it is such an incredible story. How she uses Gwenola, who is absolutely beautiful. This elephant that looks like an elephant, looks a little different, but oh my gosh, what a powerful story of really talking about legacy, family, bonding, one's trials, tribulations, when they encounter the rejection, the love. It is just so impactful. So give me a second because I really want to share this link in the community. Let me see if, okay. Yes, Pastor Gwen, I am blowing you up right now. This is an incredible book. Look at the beautiful imagery. Her husband, oh my gosh, just his gifting to be able to capture her vision and bring it to life through these amazing images. Okay, let me just free. So I just want everybody, if you get a chance, I'm listen, today it feels like homework, but I need you guys to go in and just, pre-order your copy today. The actual release date is April 21st, so it's right around the corner for you to be able to um see, hold, be able to read your book. So, but here, I am taking a few minutes because I'm trying to multitask, but here, I just put it in the link. I just put the link in here for you all to go chime in and yes, get a copy of Gwenola. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Look at those beautiful blue eyes looking back at us. Oh my gosh, it just draws you in. Whew. Okay. All right, guys, let me get focused. But yes, the power of one story. And this is how she's sharing her story. And boy, I cannot wait for her to come on Morning Brew, Authors Brew Friday, so she could really talk about her journey because as beautiful and as needed as her story is through Gwenola, oh my gosh, you know what? It just hit me because I'm not going to tell her story. I'm going to allow her to tell her story. But when I spoke to her for the first time and she was referred to me by an author, another best-selling author of mine, but when she shared her journey and her experience of what she went through in order to birth her story in the world, you know, it almost didn't happen because of what she's gone through, but I'm going to let her share her story when she comes on Morning Brew, Authors Brew Friday, because it would have been a travesty for this book not to see the light. So I am so grateful to God that He laid it on somebody's heart to express to her, this might be a good fit for you. You need to meet Germaine. And here we are today. And I'm just privileged to be a part of it. All right, guys, I'm talking about the power of one story. So, you know what? Sometimes it may take us in different directions, but I just love people's stories. I know it's part of my assignment. So I'm going to share them. I am. Make sure you join our school community because you're going to find out a little more insight over there. You'll be able to really tap in and reach the authors in our community to really hear the power of their stories. So, okay, guys, let me focus and get back on track. All right. Is that fair enough? Okay. That is fair enough. So, all right. Whew. Oh my gosh. Okay, listen. Listen, Pastor Glenn, don't you be crying over there, okay? I'm going to share a little bit about what she says. You are amazing, grateful. Thanks for all who would consider to pre-order. Blessing to you and all and the amazing Germaine in HOV. Thank you. But yes, this I'm going to put her book up here so you can make sure it's in our chat. Make sure it's in the comments. So if you're watching this, you can always go back and make sure you click the link to go vote for Shanita Bolton so she can become an International Impact Author of the Year, as well as make sure you go get your copy for Gwen Mentor, okay? And Ginola. Gwenola. Look, I could be messing the name up, but I don't think so. I hope not. But them eyes just draw you in. Okay, I'm focused. We are going back into our morning brew. We're supposed to be yes, we're going into our pour into purpose segment. So let's talk about it. All right, let me make sure. Okay. Yes, let's get into our pour into purpose segment. So your story is freedom, not decorations. It is the blueprint behind your brand, your story, your story. It shapes your authority, your story. It creates connections before conversations. That's your story, your story. So clarity creates currency. Oh, yes, we're going to talk about let's talk about it a little. When you understand your story, you position yourself differently. There's a power that comes with that. When you know your story, you can walk in that boldness, that authority, and people will feel that. They'll see it. You know, they'll begin to gravitate to it. So when you position yourself differently, guess what? People will see you differently. People will respond to you differently. Everything around you changes when you position yourself differently. So when people see you differently, guess what? Opportunities shift. I can attest to that. Absolutely. They will shift. And you'll be like, oh, whoa, when did this happen? You mean all I had to do was position myself differently? Be clear on what my story is? My story that becomes, the blueprint behind my brand? Oh my goodness. That's all I had to do. Sometimes it takes a moment to get there. Don't beat yourself up, okay? All right. So, let's continue to pour this last part. One aligned story can shift generations. Take a moment and think about all the stories that even today you still reference from those that have come and gone, that have been gone long before we were probably even thought about, right? But think about the power in those stories and how we're still living off that person's legacy. Why not you? I'm just asking. Why not? You know, how is your story going to show up in the world? So, a book becomes a blueprint of your story. A testimony becomes a teaching of your story. A lived experience becomes legacy of your story. This is what you're going to find in our school community. So I am excited because the Power of One story is going to be our first course that we teach. We're going to roll it out for free because it's so important for people to be introduced to their stories. It is so important. So, all right, guys, we're moving right along into a part we all can take part in, our reflection questions. Yep. We're moving right there into our reflection questions. And with that being said, I always like to leave two questions with you to really think about. And, I always say if any of this is resonating with you, I would love to get your feedback. Feedback is so important because I want to make sure, even for my story, that I'm showing up because as a portal, as a place that helps to birth and help others push their stories out through, I've been called a midwife, helping to push one's vision forth, one's story forward. It's a process that we do together. Okay. It makes it a lot easier when we can do it together. Right. And so I really welcome the feedback. I want to know that something is resonating with you. Okay. All right. So we're going to get into our reflection questions, right? You are speaking today. My God. I am so grateful that God chose me for this assignment. I get excited. I do. I get excited about people's stories, and I think they see that. And then all of a sudden, I just begin to see vision for them, and it can become a little overwhelming because sometimes it's hard when you're in yourself to see self. So if God positions, quote unquote, a midwife or someone in your life that can help you see the vision, the power of your story, that's a blessing. I didn't have that for me. So me becoming that for others, I wouldn't change my life for anything in the world. I don't want nobody else's life but mine. Mine. Because it is so rewarding. It is so rewarding. And so, all right, let me get back into these questions that I am leaving with you. So, all right, the first question is, what story in your life have you minimized that actually holds power? Are you thinking about that? Yep, I do want you don't have to answer it in the live. You don't have to answer it in the community, but I want you to think about what story in your life have you minimized that actually holds power? Please, I hope you have not allowed people to make you suppress that story that holds so much power that could be the very release that you've been looking for. It could be the very story that will catapult you into your ecosystem, that will allow doors and opportunities to open up for you. So I really pray and I hope that someone has not tried to cover or make you feel any type of way, whereas you don't see that story that you are minimizing. That could be the very story that the world is waiting on. So I really want you to think about that question, okay? Let me go to my second question. If you stopped waiting and started building, what would your one story become? Let me give that to you again. If you stopped waiting, who's waiting right now? Who is in a holding pattern? Who has continually been putting off what you know you need to do? Who is procrastinating right now? If you stopped waiting and started building, what would your one story become? Now, I want to say this because sometimes what I find the word how is a powerful word. It's a strong word that people, when they want to build, they have vision. That is the one question that continues to resonate with them. How do I do this? What do I do? When do I do this? It's important. It is really important to be a part of something bigger than you. You know, it's really important to make sure you are connecting yourself to, because I see us all as pieces to a puzzle, right? And we have to connect. Where does our puzzle fit? Where's my tribe? Where is that place I can get information to be able to help me move forward and start building, you know? And I use story, the power of one story, because one, we all have one. And if you look at anything from movies, television, music, industries, anything, isn't it interesting when people get up? What's one of the things that they do when they want you to know about their business? They tell a story. They talk about their story. They talk about their journey of how it became, how they have grown from nothing to something. Everything feels like it's centered around a story. There's power in your story. It is so much bigger than just words on a page. And that's what we talk about. So I don't want you to miss out. If you know you have such a story, or you may have even put your story out in the market, and it's like, okay, now what? I'm going to say this again. I'm just going to put it up on the screen again. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen for you to really just, you know what? Let me join this community and see what it's all about, because I know I have a powerful story. And my story, I'm not sure how it needs to show up in the world. Just go in. Hey. And if you are somebody to say, listen, can I reach out to you? Absolutely. You can definitely reach out to me through morningbrewwithgermaine.com. Okay, that will also link you to our publishing site. You know, if you just want to drop me an email at morningbrewwithgermaine dot, well, that's the website.com. The email is morningbrewwithgermaine at gmail. Listen, I'm here. I'm available. And I have to be honest, I am hands on. I don't feel a lot of times, I think it's important to be a part of one's vision when you identify and recognize who you are as an individual. And um, being an agent of hope, an agent of helping to birth vision. When I say birth vision, I mean as someone that helps others see vision and pushes it forth. So it is important that I am a part of your journey. If you are coming to me, first touches are important. I listen, I take in so I can begin to just, God, how are we positioning? How are we seeing? What is it that you are after? So it is so important. So, yes, listen, it's team, it's community. Stop by. Please stop by. Okay. And if you're unsure, then you know what? Ask questions. I always say become the master asker. Ask questions. We don't have all the answers. Sometimes we need a little help, right? We need a little assistance. So, yes, it's okay. It's a safe space. I promise you, it's safe. All right, guys. So now we are coming into our final sip. You guys have been truly amazing out there. Thank you so much for just stopping by for some coffee and conversation. And so, as we begin to wrap up Morning Brew today, the power of one story, I really just want to leave you with some things. And I want to say before going, hello over on Instagram, DMite23. This is the first time I'm seeing you chime into our community. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being stopping by for coffee and conversation. I also let me put over the links. Let me just grab the links really quickly because if you are interested, it might be a little easier for me to hold on. I am in my I'm in my school community right now because I want to give you the link if you decide that, yep, I want to join. So let me do this. Oh my gosh, I tell you, I think multitasking while we're on live, it becomes a lot, right? So, but I thank you guys so much for your patience while we navigate through this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm over here now and I see a membership request. Yes. Rachel Dixie, she just, oh my gosh, she is the one. Rachel. Raquel, listen, Rachel, I am not great with names. Goodness. Anyway, but Rochelle, that's it. So she actually referred Pastor Gwen, mentor, and Shanita Bolton, the one that we are working to help become a the international impact author of the year. It's all through referrals and relationships. When you find value in a thing, you know what, you want to share it, you want to talk about it. Think about it. When you go to a movie theater, you go to a movie, and I'm just using movies, and you see a good movie, and guess what? You run and tell everybody about that movie. But you know what's so interesting? Does that movie company give you a referral fee for helping their movie become? Nope. But we do here at HOV Publishing, what we do is you refer an author that becomes a part of our HOV Publishing family, we do give $100 referral fee. Yep. If they, if they decide that they come in and they want to do one of our premium packages, but it doesn't even matter. If you refer somebody, we want to bless you because I have built for 18 years my whole publishing company on referrals, the power of referrals. So, and it's the same thing in our school community. Same thing in our school community. If you refer people into our school community, same thing. Referrals, the power in it. Yep. If you know someone that needs it, then yes, it's open for you. Come on in. But right now, what I want to do is I want to share this link. Let me make sure. Yeah, I can. All right. Listen, we have been on here for 15 days. We are so excited. We are 22 members in, and yep, I am happy about it. So let me do this. Hold on, I'm grabbing the link right now. Thank you guys so much for your patience, for being here, showing up for conversation. Before we close out, I just want to make sure that you can really get what you need. Hold on. Okay, I have the link and I'm gonna put it in right here. Miss Diva Daz. Oh my gosh, girl, where you been? I miss you. Good morning. I hope all is well, but it is so good to see you chiming in. All right. So please, I just put the link over on Instagram. I am going to share the link in our comments over here for you to stop by to continue the pouring into purpose, continue morning brew in our community where you can get to meet so many other people. Listen, because I'm inviting all my friends to come in. So Miss Diva Daz, yes, a publicist. Yes. Woo. Yes, Miss Diva Daz, I'm over here blowing you up because I need you to join the community because what you make happen for people as a publicist, authors need that. So, yes, we need to catch up. And so I'm also, let me put it in a thread. So my team is over there, my editor, producers, listen, share, make it happen. So, all right. So I just put it also in a thread, which makes it a lot easier for you to just click on the link, go and join, and let me see a few more people chime in as we bring this to a close. So, all right. But thank you guys so much. Here we go. Let me, yes, Elder Rochelle. Yes, yes, she did. She did her thing. bringing me two amazing authors, including herself, which her book is a bestseller. So we are working out right now to get her on the show for Authors Brew Friday as well. All right, so let me get back to our close, guys. I done held y'all long enough. Y'all been so generous to show up here and be here with me. So, okay, let's go into our final sip. So I just want to leave this with you that you don't need 10 platforms. Isn't that interesting? You don't need 10 platforms. You do not need thousands of followers. You need one aligned story and the courage to steward it well. Guys, I welcome you. Let's take this journey together, okay? All right. So, you know how we do. We sip slow. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Thank you. Awesome. What'd you say? Awesome morning brew today. Thank you. All right. So, but you know how we do. We sip slow. We own the narrative and we build with intention. Now, what story are you finally ready to stop hiding? All right. Listen. I'm here for you on Morning Brew. This has been a blessing. I want to follow up and make sure you go and make sure you vote for Shanita Bolton. Okay, it's in the comment section. Click the link. Take a few minutes out your day. Pour into someone else so someone else can always pour into you, right? So, and make sure you stop by and you get a copy of it's in our comments. So I want you to stop by also. And let me do this. I'm gonna put it over on, I'm gonna put the link over in I have to always remember Instagram is on an island by itself, right? So it doesn't feed all of my platforms at the same time. So I want to make sure that you pre-order your copy of Pastor Gwen Mentor's book. I am also adding it. It's in the comment section. I am also adding it right now into Instagram. So, guys, thank you so much. Make sure you stop by, just a little assignments. And I'll see you in the school community, okay? I know you'll show up there. I'll see you there. But have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. And we're back again tomorrow for Morning Brew with Germaine. Coffee break. See you then. Have a great day. Please be safe out there. Okay? All right. I'll see you then. Bye.